What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It's been a long day. I'm tired. Just finished putting up a video. Haven't had a chance to do much stuff today, but I'm going to go ahead and get this thing done, go spend some more time with my wife. She's, of course, feeling down as I am about Simba. There's a video somewhere on my Facebook. Simba was funny. I remember Simba, if Tracy wasn't home, couldn't give a rat's ass about me. On Facebook, I remember coming home, coming in the house, Simba's sitting there looking out the window. So the windows are really low, so you can look out the window. And he just sit there and look for Mama. She's at work. This is several years ago. I come home, I got the camera, and he's just looking out the window. I'm like, Simba. And this is recorded. Simba. He's literally ignoring me, and finally just kind of cuts a look like, what do you want, mother humper? And then goes back to looking out the window. I was like, I can't believe this little motherfucker. I was like, I'm the first one up in the morning. I feed you, give you water and everything else. And this is the way you treat me? He wouldn't move for me to save his life. If Mama was home, oh boy, he'd come running to the door. Anybody come there, he'd come running. That was the war between the two of us, man. And he definitely will be missed. Anyway. Things change quickly in life. Like last night, it was about 60 degrees out here. About 60. Right now, it's about 30. It was literally 75 degrees today, and it's now about 30. The temperature just dropped like a rock. It dropped like a rock. Things change quickly. Last year, the salary cap was $185 million. It's jumping to 209. Because things change quickly. But here's where it's crazy, because the Cowboys don't need to worry about the money in the future. The money is going to be there. There's going to be plenty of money. This is why, to me, you need to go ahead and push all in. Because you look at the television networks that are now getting all that money to the NFL. See, what you don't understand is that new contract that they signed, that money hasn't even kicked in yet. When the salary cap went from the 183 to 209, that was just the regular growth and stuff and getting people back in the stands. That's before all the new television money. Because see, like Amazon ain't started broadcasting yet, but yet here's what's crazy. Monday Night Football is about to sign Troy Aikman to a 5-year deal because they recognize that we got to step up the game. And here's where it gets even crazier, because Amazon. Remember when they were talking about the salary cap and things? I told you guys a couple years ago, I said, listen, you're going to see one of these .coms that are going to get into the mix. I said, I don't know if it's going to be YouTube or Amazon or Google or whoever. I said, but somebody's going to step up to the plate and get buku money. And DirecTV, it's going to be out. DirecTV's got this year, of course, it's passed, and next year. Then somebody else is going to be paying a boatload of money for DirecTV. I'm hoping that it's on the internet, because I really don't like this satellite dish in my roof. I really don't. I just don't. But Amazon is looking at Greg Olsen and Drew Brees, but wait for it. They're willing to supposedly offer Sean McVay $15 million to get in the booth. $15 million. Now think about that. Sean McVay said, hey, I'm going to have to think about whether or not I come back. I might retire. I've got my fiance who we put off getting married a couple of times because of football. I want to start a family. Well, bro, you're the king of the world right now. your stock is about as high as it's going to be. You could possibly be the next John Madden if you learn to say boom, and just kind of ease up a little bit. 15 million, you don't have the pressure. Don't have to deal with the salary cap. Don't have to worry about repeating. Don't have to worry about those long nights. You can be king of the world. $15 million. $15 million just to talk about football. What the fuck am I doing? Jesus Christ. $15 million to talk about football. Fucking A. And Troy Aikman, 5-year deal for Monday Night Football. And the thing that's crazy is the NFL is working on getting games in Mexico, not preseason game, regular season game. Jerry Jones said he'd give up a regular season game to play one in Mexico. We're talking about games in Germany and probably eventually a team in Europe. Yeah. We're talking about the Washington Commanders getting a brand new stadium in Virginia, which I guess my damn tax dollars is going to be paying for that mother humper. The money is going to be free flow. So you ask, what does that have to do with the Cowboys? Here's what you got to understand. Gross revenue is directly how they come up with the salary cap. The owners get 52% of the gross revenues go to those 32 teams. 48% of that goes to the players, which is divided up, of course, by 32 teams. Divided up by the number of 32 teams. That's the cap number. Before the pandemic, there were early predictions of the salary cap by 2027, the year that Zeke Elliott's contract is finally over. The cap being somewhere around $450 million. The projections beginning of the year that said that the average NFL franchise would be worth about $8 billion within 2 to 3 years. FYI, right now the Cowboys are worth $6.5. So, if the Cowboys were to take the Tampa Bay Rams approach, then you restructure contracts and you go out and you say, I'm going to buy a Super Bowl. Jerry Jones always says, all I need to know is how big a check I got to write. Well, here you go. Here you go. The NFL, so flush with cash, as freaking always. Keep looking up the steps, because usually when I would do my fireside chat, I'd hear the dog door on the deck there open up. Simba would sit at the top of the steps and kind of watch me. I don't know if he was making sure that the fox out there didn't get me or what. Yep. Nothing but silence. Well, I appreciate all of the thoughts from everybody, all the kind words, and the prayers and things. I will say this. We ended up having a vet that came to our house. Simba passing yesterday was totally unexpected. I mean, we knew that he had the hypoglycemia and things, and he had been doing actually really good with the medication and stuff. I mean, we've been taking him for walks, And for him, it wasn't walking, it was running. Went back to the doctor last week, and they said his numbers were down, which was good. And then this weekend, it was all of a sudden they went too far down. And he spent the night in the hospital, came back out, seemed to be okay. And then yesterday morning, all hell broke loose with him. The veterinarian came to our house and put him to sleep. And it was very, very peaceful to be there with him. It was good. It was good for my wife because that was her baby. Her and I never had kids together. When we got together, our kids, we thought about it and said, 8 years, they're going to be grown. And figured that we were too old to have little ones. But Simba was her baby. Hope you guys have a great night, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, life is short, and tell somebody you love them tonight.